The high school bullies who tormented me didn't know Elle was a brown belt in karate until it was too late for them. Two massive seniors, Craig and Jeremy, had been tormenting my best friend Ian and me for weeks. They treated us like their personal entertainment, and I'd been holding back my 7 years of karate training because my sensei always said martial arts were only for protection, never for anger. It started when Craig dumped my lunch tray over my head, claiming freshmen weren't allowed in their section. When Ian tried to say we'd move, Craig snapped his glasses in half and dropped them in chocolate milk, asking if he could see better now. Jeremy saw my anime backpack and announced to the whole cafeteria that we were those weird kids who run with arms behind their backs. The harassment escalated daily. They zip-tied our backpacks on backward, making us walk to class looking ridiculous while Jeremy filmed it. They emptied Ian's inhaler while he wheezed that he actually needed it to breathe, just laughing as he struggled. Craig took Ian's lunch money and bought himself pizza while Ian's stomach growled. When Ian begged for his sketchbook back, Jeremy tore out months of detailed drawings he'd created for our comic project, making Ian watch each page get ripped in half. The breaking point came after school when their whole football crew cornered us by the side exit. Craig grabbed Ian's arm and said they duct tape us to the flagpole during morning announcements, strip us to our underwear first, and let everyone film it. Jeremy slapped Ian's face so hard it left a handprint, then did it again when he didn't cry. Blood dripped from Ian's nose as Jeremy pinned his arms behind his back. Craig pulled back his fist, aiming right at Ian's already swollen eye. "This is what happens when you exist in our school without permission," Craig snarled. Ian was sobbing, blood and snot running down his face. "Please help me," he begged, looking at me desperately. That was it. Watching Craig's fist heading for Ian's bloody face, my body moved on its own. 7 years of training took over as my weight shifted perfectly into fighting stance. My hand shot up and caught Craig's fist inches from Ian's face, the impact echoing off the brick walls. Craig's eyes went huge as I twisted his wrist, just enough to redirect his punch away. I stepped between him and Ian, my feet automatically positioning in the stance I'd practiced thousands of times. The whole crowd went dead quiet. Craig yanked his arm back and swung at my head with his other fist, but I saw it coming from miles away. My left arm came up in a perfect block, catching his forearm and using his momentum to spin him sideways. Jeremy charged at me fast. I shifted my weight and sidestepped, sticking my leg out just enough to catch his ankle. He stumbled forward, windmilling his arms, and crashed into two football players. I kept my hands open and visible, showing I wasn't attacking, just defending. Everyone had their phones out recording. Craig charged again, his face twisted with rage. This time, I grabbed his shoulder and used his forward motion to guide him past me into the brick wall. I didn't shove or hit, just redirected his energy the way we practiced in class. Assistant Principal Lloyd came pushing through the crowd, shouting for everyone to break it up. She took one look at Ian's bloody, swollen face, then at me, standing in defensive position with no marks on me. Officer Nixon appeared seconds later, his eyes going from Ian's injuries to Craig and Jeremy's aggressive postures. "This could be considered assault," he told Craig and Jeremy directly, pulling out his phone to photograph Ian's injuries. In the principal's office, dozens of student phone videos told the complete story. Craig dumping my tray, breaking Ian's glasses, emptying his inhaler, slapping his bloody face, all captured before I ever moved to defend him. The evidence was undeniable. Craig and Jeremy got 10-day suspensions and were kicked off the football team for the season, missing playoffs. They had to pay for Ian's destroyed artwork and broken glasses, attend mandatory counseling, and complete 40 hours of community service at an anti-bullying organization. I got 1 day of in-school suspension for fighting, even though it was clearly self-defense. The principal privately told my parents I'd done exactly what I should have done. Word spread through school within days. Some kids called me a hero for finally standing up to them. Others said I was dangerous for using martial arts training. But mostly, kids just nodded at me in the hallways with respect. The best part was watching Ian laugh again at lunch, sitting in the same spot where Craig had dumped my tray weeks earlier. No one bothered us anymore or told us to move. Craig and Jeremy kept their distance for the rest of high school. They learned what happens when you mistake quiet confidence for weakness and discovered that the kid you've been tormenting has spent 7 years learning how to end fights without throwing a single punch.